Dear all, welcome to Civil Services with ZAKI. And as you know, today we are going to discuss about new extremely reactive chemicals discovered in the atmosphere. And as you know, it is related to our UPSC PT 2023 series, basically current affairs series. And it is because it's a discovery in the atmosphere, so it is related to the geography. So in this topic we will discuss various topics, but as you know, it is a good news for all UPSC or basically civil services aspirant, because we provide you extremely classes and interactive classes with you with the live classes in our own app. So as you know, we launched our own app with the same name, Civil Services with ZAKI. You can go to the Google Play stores and download this app. This app is very useful. You first download and then check your strength in the weekly current affairs test series for the UPSC PT 2023. So this is very useful for the students, as you know. But as you know, our question is very difficult, equal to the UPSC. So it's easy to understand all these topics. You can directly contact me via app. So that's a good initiative for you. Basically, these weekly test series are absolutely free in our app. So that's why you download this app and also subscribe my channel. So now we move forward and see what are the today's topic, basically related to this current affairs. So first we see ultra reactive chemicals but surprisingly stable. So it is very ultra reactive but surprisingly stable in the atmosphere. So what is the impact of this stability in the atmosphere are the main basically research in these new studies. Also basically powerful oxidants. So these ultra reactive chemicals are very powerful oxidants. And another is we see the new study. So what is the findings of the new study, and is these chemicals already present in atmosphere earlier? So all these topic and what which institute or which organizations basically find this new study. So we will discuss all these in the new study. And also the second thing, next challenges for the scientists. So what is the next challenges of the scientists, like what is the impact of the health of these ultra reactive chemicals, what is the impact of the on the climate and climate change and global warming on these highly reactive chemicals. So we will discuss all these topics, and as you know, it is very useful for the civil services aspirant, basically UPSC point of view. So that's why we also provide you the question for the UPSC and also answer of the previous question. So answer of the previous question in my previous video, as answer asked question asked by me in this video. So in this video's question we will provide in today's topic. So that's why you subscribe our channel and also download our app Civil Services with ZAKI. So we move forward and see what is the context of these new discoveries. So see here. Millions of tons of the class of extremely reactive. So basically it is extremely reactive chemicals called hydrotrioxide. So hydrotrioxides, it means one hydrogen and three oxygen. It means it is very highly unstable chemicals. So can linger the atmosphere for the several hours, new study suggests. So these chemicals stay in our atmosphere for the several hours. That's the new discovery, which could have implications of human health and global warming. So basically it is also health and global climate and global warming and all that. So that's why in this context this discovery is very significant. So we move forward and see what is the ultra reactive chemicals but surprisingly stable. It is very ultra reactive chemicals but it is surprisingly stable. So the discovery does not mean this something new happening in the atmosphere, because as you know, these chemicals already present earlier in the atmosphere. So rather it seems the hydrotrioxides have always formed there, but new study, what is the new study? Basically new study confirmed the first time that the existence of these ultra reactive chemicals in the atmosphere verified. So it is the first time in the history of the world these chemicals verified by the scientists, researchers. So what is these chemicals? So through the direct observation, these compound actually form in atmosphere, they surprisingly unstable. So basically these chemicals already formed earlier but surprisingly unstable, because these hydrotrioxide, because three oxygen molecules and one hydrogen is very unstable in the atmosphere, but it's basically decomposed quickly. But scientists surprised due to they don't decompose quickly but stay in the atmosphere for the several minutes, several hours. So that's why this is the new discovery. So see another things, powerful oxidant. As you know, these hydrotrioxides is very powerful oxidant. So hydrotrioxides are the typical, basically it is a type of hydrogen polyoxide. Hydrogen polyoxide, and as you know, water is the simplest and most common hydrogen polyoxide. So if we see water H2O with the two hydrogen and one oxygen and two hydrogen, so that is H2O. H2O is the most simple form of these hydrogen polyoxide. H2O, yes, this is the most simple hydrogen polyoxide. So if you drink water, you also drink the hydrogen polyoxide with two atoms, so hydrogen. Another is very reactive, is called hydrogen polyoxide, is called hydrogen peroxide. So hydrogen peroxides, it means oxygen, two atoms, oxygen and two hydrogen. Here two oxygen and two hydrogen, two oxygen and two hydrogen, H2O2. So it is very reactive chemicals. Basically H2O2, hydrogen peroxides, basically used in the bleaching and bleach or disinfect. So it is also commonly used in the bleach and the disinfect, or also extra oxygen atom also makes many peroxide extremely flammable. Due to oxygen, it is very easy to catch the flame. So it is very flammable substances. It means, and also they are sometimes used as a component of the rocket fuels. So due to highly flammable, it may be it's widely used in the component of the rocket fuels. So but in this context, new discovery, hydrotrioxides are a stage further. So it is beyond the one step advanced, you can say, the hydrogen peroxide, because it has three oxygen molecules, water one molecule, peroxide two molecules, and these new discovery have three molecules of the oxygen. It means more oxygens, more reactive. So which makes them even more reactive than the peroxides. So they are written chemically. So as you know, we retain peroxide, water, but it is written as ROOH, because it is not commonly found in there. So it is called ROOH. R here is a bonded group such as the carbon. So you can any group bond with these, because it is highly reactive. They can easily bond with the others group. So it means if you replace R with it means C double triple. So it is also an, so you can most common carbon. So that's why it is very reactive. You don't they don't find in the independent in the atmosphere, but the new discovery, so it's stayed more than an hour, is a very significant discovery. So let's we move forward and see another thing. What is the new study? So if we see here, the new study, the researcher estimate about 11 million tons, or you can call 10 million metric tons of hydro trioxide from the atmosphere each year. So each year about 11 million tons of the hydrogen peroxide form in the atmosphere as a product of the most common oxidation of isoprene. So basically it is the due to the oxidations of the isoprene. So what is isoprene? So basically isoprene is a substance produced by many plants and animals. Basically these substances produced by plant and animal, in which the main component basically if you found these are main natural rubber. So natural rubber, plants and animal are basically they produced these type of the isoprene. So let's see what is the new. So the researcher at the Leibniz Institute of Tropospheric Research, in short we call it Tropos. So basically these group are basically do research in the basically troposphere. So understand the basic phenomenon of the troposphere. So what is the troposphere and all that, then you can watch my this video on our atmosphere. So what is the atmosphere and etc, so you can easily understand the every layer of the atmosphere and what is the behavior of the atmosphere each and every layer. So basically tropos is situated in Leipzig, Germany. Estimate around 1% of isoprene released into the atmosphere for hydrogen trioxide. So these isoprene released in the atmosphere by the plants and animal basically produce 1% of hydrogen trioxide, that is very produced from these reactions. So if we consider it is very low concentration, but it is also 10 million hydroxides molecule in a cubic centimeter with the low centimeter, but the atmosphere which is the only very faint trace. So as you know atmosphere very faint trace of these substances are present, but these small or these very fractions of these substances are very played a very significant role in the atmospheric circulation, global warming and also impact on the human health. So that's why it is a great challenge for the scientists. So see here, this is this is in Germany. Basically they used in the lab, so laboratory setup of the free jet flow experiment of the tropos as the Leipzig at the direct evidence to provide such type of the formation of the these hydrogen trioxide. So if you see, it is basically one of the peroxy radicals and another is the hydrogen. So another is OH. So these two things are basically proved or verified in the lab, and as you know it is basically situation like the atmosphere. So that's why it is very significant discovery regarding the atmospheric discovery regarding the geography. So we see another thing. So what is the next challenge of the scientist? So how these small amount of chemical react our health, our climate, and it may be what kind the contributions of the global warming of these chemicals. So see here, scientists will next investigate, so it is the next level, how compound might affect human health, environment during the minutes or hours of actively before they decomposed. So compound as you know very reactive, it may be decomposed, but in the duration of several hours, how they impact our atmosphere in human health and all that. So some scientists believe these hydrogen trioxide act as oxidant in the atmosphere. As you know it is a strong oxidant, so it's act like an oxidant. So trihydroxide Hydrotrioxide could also penetrate the atmospheric aerosols. So very fine solids, particle, liquid droplets. So as you know, aerosols, as I earlier told you, watch my previous video about the what is the aerosols and all that. Also, so such the ash from the volcanic eruptions or soot from the large fire. So large fire, shoots from the large fire, which is called black carbon, and also the volcanic ash, they penetrate. So these hydrotrioxide penetrate these area and they might initiate some chemical reactions. So what is these chemical reaction and how these chemical reactions impact on our environment and human health? It is a great challenge for the scientist for the next coming year. So that's why this is very significant discovery. Another, we move and see why this topic is significant for the civil services examination. So see here, question for the UPSC. Consider the following statements. Hydrotrioxide are a typical hydrogen polyoxide. Sorry, type of hydrogen polyoxide. So hydrotrioxide are a type of hydrogen polyoxide. Hydrogen peroxide is the simplest and most common hydrogen polyoxide. Third statement, hydrogen peroxide extremely flammable and they are sometimes used as a component of rocket fuel. Fourth one is isoprene is a substance produced by thermal power plant. Which of the above statement is correct? Choice 1, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 2 and 4, all of the above. Please write your answer in the comment box and check your strength, and also join our free weekly test of 15 questions and see your preparations level and see how you rank in the across the India. So that's why for this you can download my app Civil Services with ZAKI with the weekly free test, which is very significant for your preparations. So we forward next section, answer of the previous question. So see here, consider the following statements. The first known surgical operation was left forearm. It is wrong because left leg, not forearm. Discovered in the Borneo, as you know, in our previous video. Second is T. magnifica is the largest known bacteria found in the Weddell Sea. It is also wrong. Why? T. magnifica is the largest known bacteria. It is right, but found in the Lesser Atlantis in the Caribbean Sea. So it is not Weddell Sea, it is Caribbean Sea. So if you attempt the question in the civil services, you can minutely observe each and every statement, because some of the things may be confusing. So that's why our question is as like the UPSC. So it is not Weddell Sea, it is Caribbean, Lesser Atlantic in the Caribbean Sea. And T. magnifica, as you know, very large bacteria. It is about 1 centimeter, average of 1 centimeter, and it is the first bacteria you can see by the naked eye. So third is Frontier is the first exascale computer. It is right. So exascale 10 to the power 18 calculation per second. So it is, yes, it is right. Third is right. Fourth, Gaia BH1 is the closest black hole. This is also right. As you know, discovered by the Gaia spacecraft by the European Space Agency. So it is the closest black hole. It is about 1500 light years. Third is the nest of Jonah ice fish are largest fish colony in the world. It is also right. So 1 is wrong, 2 is wrong, 3 is right, 4 is right, 5 is right. So see here, which of the above statement is correct? 1, 2 and 3. So 1 wrong, 2 wrong. So it is also wrong. 3, 4 and 5. 3, 4 and 5. So B is right. 2, 3, 2 is wrong. All of the above, it is also wrong because 2 and 3 is 1 and 2 is wrong. So your answer is B. So your answer is B. So that's all about the new highly reactive chemicals found in the atmosphere. Our next video will be on this topic. Basically, it is related to the ecology environment. So for this video and all that, you subscribe our channel and also join regular weekly test for your prelims 2023, which will be held on 28th May, as you know. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks a lot. We will meet in the next week with the next topic, this topic. So for this topic, please subscribe. So thanks again.